Hi, Troupe 4557.
Hi, Taft Theater family. Miss Garza here. Just want to take a minute to say hi and hope you're all doing well. I know that these times can feel like you're alone and can feel very isolating, but just remember we're all in this together, and we want you to stay home and stay safe, and hopefully we'll all be together again that much quicker. We miss you all very much and we love you. Bye.
Guys, it's Miss Burton. I just wanted to check in to say hi. I know that everybody is missing their theater femme, and I just want you guys to know that us directors miss you just as much. We miss rehearsals. We miss times where we just kind of sit and talk in our office. We miss all of that, and we miss you guys. But we can do this. We can definitely do this. So be sure, guys, to stay healthy and stay home. You guys have work that you should be doing on Google Classroom, so make sure that you're checking in and doing all of that work. And I will be seeing you whenever we see each other. Until then, I miss you guys, and virtual high fives.
Hi, Taft Theater. It's Miss Pyle. I just wanted to say hi. I hope you all are enjoying this new virtual thespian meeting. Just wanted to pop in and say that I miss you all very much. Know that your officers are still working super hard to make sure that all of our fun end of year traditions are still happening. We're working very hard to make sure that banquet still happens, induction, and all of our senior traditions that happen at the end of the year. We're gonna do everything we can to make sure that those things happen for you guys. I'm missing all of your faces. I miss being at school. I hope you guys are doing well and not going too stir crazy during the season. Please remember that your officers and your directors are still here for you. Email us, message us, hop onto our office hours, do all of those things because we want to see you. That's it. Listen to all the awesome things that your officers have for you. I know they've got some new ways to distribute points, and they're doing a great job. So make sure that you give them a virtual high five because they're being awesome. I miss all of you very much, and I hand it over to your officers.
Hey guys, welcome to our April meeting and also our very first virtual thespian meeting, which is super wild. I hope you guys have been staying safe and clean and at home during these crazy times, and while we've been home, the officers and I have been working really hard to try and figure out ways to keep things as normal as possible. And one of those things includes the meetings. So until we go back to school, we will most likely be holding meetings over a YouTube video like you're watching right now. And while it may not be ideal and we may not be in our black box, I do recommend that you guys still try and pay attention and maybe take a few notes because there's a lot of information in this meeting and a lot of it is super important. So the first thing to take care of is musical theater auditions. Now, for those of you that were planning on auditioning for Encore or are already in Encore and need to audition for next year, you would know that auditions were supposed to be held in March. However, we weren't at school for those to be held because it got canceled because of coronavirus. So they are not canceled, just so you're aware. They're just postponed. So keep working on your songs and keep looking out on the social medias and on the Remind because we will definitely be sending out more information on that when we figure out a date. And the next thing is the Jimmy Awards. So for those of you that don't know, the Jimmy Awards is this huge high school theater competition that happens in New York City, and it's held by the Broadway League every year in June. And it actually feeds from the Jossie Awards and a bunch of other regional competitions around the country. And we had 2 finalists this year, Faith and Aiden, and they're competing in the Best Lead Actor and Best Lead Actress category, and if they won, they would have been flown out to New York and done this super cool show, and it's a competition too. However, because of coronavirus, the Broadway League decided it would be best and safest to cancel them. So unfortunately, Faith and Aiden will not have the opportunity to compete in the Jimmy Awards this year. However, we can still, congratulate them because even being named a finalist in the Jossies is really big, and I'm still super proud of both of you and all of the hard work you guys put in. Now, the last thing, for me at least, is a bit more lighthearted and a bit more fun. So we've been sitting around in our homes for a really long time and we're getting stir crazy probably. And I'm assuming that we may not be moving as much as we would at school. So if you want to have some fun and, you know, get a little workout in, and also get like some extra dance training, which is super important if you want to be in musicals, you can actually take online dance classes, and those have been, you know, super popular on Instagram. So you can go to like the Rockettes or to Tyler Peck, who is a principal dancer for the New York City Ballet, and a few other places are putting live stream classes on their Instagrams. And you can also find a bunch of classes on YouTube if you just search up like digital dance class and whatever genre you want to be taking. You should be able to find a ton. You can also always contact me, and I will have a lot of classes to share with you. But that's just one fun idea for you guys to do to get up and get moving and continue your training while you're still at home. That's all from me. So I hope you guys are staying safe and clean, like I said earlier, and also taking this time to prioritize yourself and taking care of yourself and resting, because that's also super important. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.
So I know some of you have probably been wondering what's happening with points and induction. So basically, we are still taking points. We're going to send out a Google form where you can put in any points that you haven't already put in. And it'll be linked in the Remind, in the Instagram and Twitter bios, and as I'm sure you've heard, there's a Thespian Google Classroom now, so it'll be linked in there. Now, how can you check your points? We're actually going to try switching to an online point system. So it'll be 2 different Google Sheets, one for inducted thespians and one for non-inducted thespians, and they'll be posted on the Thespian Google Classroom, so you can check them whenever you want. And you can see which points you have already put in, so you know what you still need to turn in. And those will be coming soon. I still have to put in all the points. It's a lot of points. So, but yeah, that should make everything a bit easier to check. The new points deadline for turning in all your points for this year, so we can get stars and bars and all that stuff. The new deadline is April 30th, so please put in all of your point requests by then. Also, I know this is all like new and stuff, so if you have any questions, feel free to message me or message any of the Troupe accounts or the Remind if you have any questions.
What are you doing there? That's weird. I actually wanted to speak to you for a second. If you don't mind. Hi, hello. Welcome to your very first Digital Thespian meeting. I hope you are doing well. I hope this finds you in good health. The first thing we wanted to talk to you guys about, well, I wanted to talk to you guys about, sorry, is some sad news. The cancellation of the in-class shows. I know it's kind of obvious right now because of the whole situation and how we're not going back so late, but you know, we wanted to like officially state, you know, the in-class shows are not gonna come to fruition this year. The second thing, and this is good news regarding that, is that you are still getting some points for your in-class shows. So if they're not happening, you can still get some Thespian points from those, and we'll kind of keep you updated on how much that is and you know, that whole thing. Yeah, so because the in-class shows aren't happening, we are actually planning to do this kind of talent show thing this year. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like yet. We just want to put it out there so you guys are aware of it. You should start planning like an act or something if you're interested in it. But like we still want to have like an end of year showcase kind of thing. Since the in-class shows, you know, can't, you know, happen this year. So yeah, start planning something, start planning an act, and we'll keep you updated on that. Don't worry about it. But yeah, cool. I hope you guys are staying inside, and yeah, do not go outside. It's too dangerous out there. Alright, cool. Have a good one.
Hi guys, so it's Madison. So let's just jump right into some information. Unfortunately, I got some bad news. Fame Awards is canceled. So my heart goes out to everybody who is going to perform there. I'm very sorry about the bad news. But let's just remember that all of these events that are being canceled, that we were really looking forward to, they're being canceled so we can flatten the curve and make sure that the virus doesn't spread like more than it already has. So make sure you're doing your part and wash your hands, please. Disinfect your house. Just make sure you're keeping your distance from people, and just do what you can so that you can flatten the curve and we can all see your beautiful faces a lot sooner. So, on a happier note, even though online learning or distance learning, whichever you would like to call it, even though it is a little hard to adjust to it, or some people are struggling, we still want to accommodate to it and make sure that we are keeping the troupe, the department, you guys all together, which is why we're doing these. Good step for us. I'm proud of us. Thank you, Dylan, for editing this video, because her mind's powerful. Anyways, another thing we're doing to accommodate to it is we are making a Google Classroom. So the Google Classroom should be made right now, and the code should be sent on Remind. So make sure you are on the Google Classroom. Make sure you look out the Remind for the code for the Google Classroom. The Google Classroom is going to be major important right now. And we are planning on keeping it even after this whole quarantine mess is over with. So you got to make sure you're on it. A lot of important stuff is going to be sent through it, like the points, the point form that Lauren had talked about. That will be on the Google Classroom, so you got to make sure you're on that. And another exciting thing that will be on the Google Classroom is the officer applications. So yes, it is that time of the year where you guys will be sending out applications so that one of you, well, a few of you obviously, will be in our positions. So make sure you guys look out for that in the Google Classroom. It'll be sent out within the week, within the next week. I don't know why I keep doing this, but within the next week. So please be on the lookout for that. Also keep thinking about speeches, because speeches will be a part of the form. So there's a typing option with a 250 word limit, or you can send a video, which will be a 1 minute. Did I say 250 minute? I meant 250 word limit. 1 minute video for the speech. Yes, so those are your two options, and those speeches will be posted in the Google Classroom whenever it comes time for voting. So it is very important that you're on it. So please, again, check the Remind for the code if you're not already on it. So that's all I gotta say. Let's go on to the next one, or the next one. Whichever one, yes.
Hey guys, it's Dylan, and unfortunately I do have to start off with some sad news. As an officer and director group, we decided that it wouldn't be a good time to do Thespian of the Month during all of this virtual meeting and stuff like that, because we feel like we don't get to celebrate the person and we don't get to experience all of the stuff they did in person, and we feel like it wouldn't be fair to whoever got it and that they wouldn't have the full month to celebrate it and experience it with all of their friends. So that's what we decided to do. I'm so sorry, guys. But in some good news, we are going to start posting virtual spirit weeks and all of those like fun bingos and tag yourself and all of the fun stuff like that on the social medias. So for those, look at the Troupe Instagram account. And then we also made a TikTok account. So that is just a fun place where we are going to start posting about y'all, and y'all can send us videos that we want to post. It'd be a good chance to send videos of you singing or doing monologues. So that is just Troupe 4557, and obviously follow us on all of our social media. If you aren't, they'll be right here. I can do that now. And then obviously if you're still posting about the troupe, use the hashtag TroupeLoop4557, and that is all I have to say. Thank you guys.
Now on to 15 things to do while in quarantine.